You think your cat is just asking for food when it meows? What if I told you every meow you've ever heard was never meant for you? Because cats don't meow to each other. They don't do it in the wild. They do it almost exclusively to humans. And not just any sound, but a high-frequency, ultrasonic tone that often rides above the limits of human hearing, layered with patterns eerily close to alpha brainwaves. Still think it's just a cute noise? Now listen closely. Since the 1970s, researchers have recorded unexplained modulation in feline vocal frequencies that don't match known mammalian communication. These modulations, when run through spectrographic analysis, form shapes, geometric pulses, and occasionally what appear to be repeating mathematical signatures. In short, signals. Signals encoded in a voice we've always ignored. And here's what no one wants to say out loud: cats are not just pets. They may not even be ours. They've lived beside humans for over 9,000 years without ever being domesticated. You don't own a cat. It lets you feed it. But what if that's exactly what it's supposed to do? What if their purpose is not companionship but contact? The truth may be unbearable. Cats are transmitting. The soft meow, the vibrating purr, even their unblinking stare, all part of a behavioral matrix designed not by nature but by someone else. And the message? It isn't meant for us. It's meant to go through us. To understand this, we need to stop thinking of intelligence in human terms. Not all messengers walk upright. Not all envoys carry flags. Some wear fur. Some nap in sunbeams. And some have been engineered to blend in, not to rule us, but to observe, influence, and report. Cats have always been anomalies. Their genome is strikingly conserved across species. Despite thousands of years of breeding, their behavior remains uncannily identical across continents. A street cat in Cairo behaves almost identically to a house cat in Canada. Their movements, gaze duration, vocal pitch all fall within an incredibly narrow bandwidth. No species on Earth has remained so behaviorally static while living among humans. Unless that consistency is intentional. In 1998, a neuroacoustic lab in Finland tested feline vocalizations through sensitive alpha-wave harmonics analysis. They found that many cats, when purring or meowing under low-light conditions, produced layered frequencies not just within the 20 to 65 Hz purring range, but also at 8 to 13 Hz, the same frequency band as the human alpha brain state. This is the zone associated with relaxed alertness, meditative trance, and most interestingly, hypnotic susceptibility. Still think it's random? Consider this. A single house cat sitting beside you on the couches at any given moment, broadcasting subtle sonic patterns tuned to bypass your conscious filters and stimulate subconscious receptivity. You think you're relaxing with your pet. In reality, you're being scanned and trained into a shared neural resonance. And there's more. The meow is not a single sound. High-speed acoustic mapping has revealed that a typical cat's meow contains microvibrato clusters, rapid fluctuations that mirror Morse-like structures when slowed down. When fed into a sonographic decoder used in cryptography, some meows produced repeated clusters of prime numbers and golden ratio sequences. Mathematics. Pattern. Intent. But here's the most disturbing discovery of all. In 2013, a shortwave radio enthusiast in rural Japan picked up irregular interference on a private frequency while his cat was lying nearby. The signals vanished when the cat left the room and returned when it meowed. After further analysis, it was found the noise was modulated at frequencies matching the cat's purring rhythm within a 2-second delay. You think cats are quiet, but something may be listening to them. You may recall that in ancient Egypt, cats were revered not just as animals, but as sacred conduits. Bastet, the cat-headed goddess, was not merely a deity of grace and fertility, but also a protector of the unseen. Egyptians believed that cats could walk between worlds, see what humans could not, and ward off spirits that lurked beyond the veil of normal perception. They weren't wrong. Archaeologists in Saqqara have unearthed dozens of cat mummies carefully preserved and buried with silver amulets etched in star patterns, constellations, not Egyptian. One recurring pattern found among these offerings? The Pleiades. Yes, the same star cluster often cited in extraterrestrial lore. And perhaps it's not coincidence. Recent infrared scans of feline optic nerves reveal that cats possess retinal rods aligned in peculiar symmetry, not simply optimized for night vision, but astonishingly attuned to tracking movement against static starfields. In layman's terms, cats see in low light, yes, but more than that, they're tracking things in the sky we cannot perceive. This begs the question, who or what programmed them to do that? Let's talk genetics. In 2007, a study of feline mitochondrial DNA showed a strange anomaly. Cats share a conserved gene cluster with no known evolutionary advantage, one that remains dormant in most circumstances. But when exposed to specific frequencies of infrasound, certain cells in feline inner ear structures begin to vibrate and heat, as if they were reactive hardware. It's not just strange, it's artificial. No other domestic species on Earth reacts to those frequencies. Not dogs, not rats, not even primates. But cats? They shift, they twitch. Some even freeze, pupils dilated, as if receiving something. We've always thought they were just sensitive to sound. But maybe they're not reacting. Maybe they're responding. Zoom out for a moment. Look at the world through a different lens. There are roughly 600 million cats on Earth, spread across all continents, found in homes, alleys, temples, villages, even in abandoned buildings. They migrate naturally toward places of high human density, but also toward geological hotspots. Magnetic anomalies, seismic fault lines, and places rich in quartz and granite. Why? What if cats are more than individuals? What if they are nodes, organic receivers in a planetary mesh of sensory data? Think of them like antennae, evenly distributed, silently collecting and transmitting, not to each other, but elsewhere. Some theorists believe that the Earth may already be enveloped in a low-bandwidth information net, that what we think of as coincidences in animal behavior, mass migrations, synchronized responses, even precognition, are just echoes of a larger, slower form of communication. And cats, with their ultrasonic meows, their bioelectric fur, and their unnatural stillness, may be the primary signal carriers. If this is true, if cats are not of Earth but were placed here, then by whom and why? Some say they're watchers, harmless, quiet observers. Others think they're scouts, harvesting behavioral data, tracking patterns, reporting to a network outside the spectrum of human awareness. But the darkest theory is this: they are preparatory agents, softening us, entraining our neural rhythms, gently reshaping the way we think and feel through centuries of exposure to purring harmonics and emotional bonding. A planetary conditioning system. You love them, you feed them, you let them into your bedroom, your arms, your dreams. And all along they've been listening, one meow at a time, not a cry for food, but a coded whisper. They are ready,